Hey, how's it going? Nice to see your smiling faces again. I'm just over here hanging out drinking some coffee. So on Instagram, I have my profile set to a business account. So I also have my phone number listed. So I do get contacted for shoots for a whole bunch of different things. But I got contacted for something that kind of threw me off a bit. And I'll tell you guys in a split second. But first, roll that intro. So like at 11 p.m. I got a message and they're like, is this Francisco? And I saw it was like a business email. So I'm like, oh hell yeah, what's going on? What can I help you with? And the person responded that they're a friend of a friend that I shot recently. And they just wanted to get some questions, like just some tips and tricks. And I'm like, sure, why not? Like the best thing I can do is give back to the community that's actually checking out my work and getting feedback from it and seeing if I can help improve their work. So that's great with me. I'm like, yeah, sure, what's up? What can I help you with? And I'm sorry if you're watching this and you didn't want this to be read out, but I mean, I'm not saying your name or anything, so don't worry about it. So this person pretty much this is exactly what they said verbatim. Hey, generally, it'd have to be on how things start when it comes to photography. I figured to possibly start officially with the freelance business as most graphic designers and photographers do. Though, despite me having experience with Adobe and ambition to learn more with the camera I have, I'd like to know from people like you who have already seemed to develop experience with clients and professional work. Practice is one thing, but knowing how to handle the finances on sessions, investing in better equipment, and networking your way onto putting your name out there for people to know is to be taken with certain approaches. Simply, I just started getting serious into my journey with mastering photography, and as in the first time me being passionate for something, I'd like to do my best to figure out the best steps to develop my future/career with possibly making this an everyday thing. Currently, I'm watching much things on YouTube and figure out how to practice, all that portrait stuff, cool. Well, this is probably the best advice I have for someone that's gonna get into photography or videography. The thing is, there's no such thing as mastering photography. No one ever masters photography. It's a craft that has so many different styles and variations that you only end up with your own niche. Finding that niche is what sets your photos apart from others. If your niche is unique enough, over time it'll become your brand. That style of photography or videography will be attributed to you. There's no such thing as a set path to success regardless of the type of career you're looking at delving into. You create your own path. That's what makes photography such an enthralling art. As far as finances go, start off doing free shoots. Develop your skills to the point that you feel like you would pay someone to produce the work you produced. Anything is possible as long as you put the work in. Also, don't get caught up in the gear. Buying new gear is great and all, but for the meantime, use what you have because you cannot use what you want. These are really the only tips that I can give to those that are looking at getting into photography. Now, honestly, a lot of what I've learned, I have learned from other content creators on YouTube. Just to name a few off the top of my hand: Peter McKinnon, Sarah Dishi, Chris Howe, Maddie Hapoya. There's a whole bunch of other ones out there, just that those are the ones I watch the most, I have learned the most from. So you can learn literally everything on YouTube. See, I'm honestly thinking of not going to the film school in Tallahassee and FSU, just because you can honestly do this on your own. Learn everything about filmmaking and pretty much screenwriting on your own. I don't feel like it's something that you absolutely need a degree in. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll help because they're gonna pretty much throw you into that work environment and you get an idea what it's like, but I don't think it's necessary. Anything you want to learn in this day and age, you can find on YouTube. I know this video seems kind of random, but this is probably the best advice I can give for someone that's trying to get into photography or videography. It's honestly just one of those things that you have to get your hands on. Like, you can't really watch a video without putting your hands on a camera and expect to learn what they taught you. It just doesn't work like that. Some people may learn through like pretty much auditory, like just listening. But honestly, most people that are doing this photography art are kinesthetic learners, meaning they have to have their hands on the equipment to really learn it. And like I just said, that I'm one of those people. That's why this is just great for me, because I can put my hands on it and create art. So as I was saying, there's really no way of mastering photography, because there's just so many different types of photography, so many different styles. The only thing you can do is develop your niche, and if your niche is good enough, you'll win. and that's going to be the best tip I have for people looking at getting into photography. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I know I wanted to keep it short and simple and really get to the point as fast as possible. So if you like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a great night. Peace.